Hi, and welcome to Keyword Perfect's tutorial on keywording. We assume that you've watched the previous ones on importing your images into the program and on setting the preferences. In this tutorial, we're going to touch on how to navigate around the program, how to keyword your images, how to copy keywords from one image to another, how to process your images and then check them, and then how to export your keywords either to a tab file or to the IPC data fields of your images. And then finally we'll talk a little bit about how to archive your images, and throughout the tutorial we'll talk about the vocabulary a little bit. And of course you can get more specific information about each aspect of the program from our other tutorials. So to begin, how to navigate around the program. And that's a pretty simple thing where you have all the screens are represented in the tabs along the top of the program. Of course, the first tab is the cloner, and that is an exception to the rule. Cloner is where you copy your keywords from one image to others, and it's more of a process than it is a place to be, and we'll go into more detail later about how you do that. You go to Review screen, and that's where you can do the keyword checker, and you check the accuracy of your keywording, make any fixes to any mistakes. In the archive is where you store your images. Once you've keyworded them, you can store them there for later reuse. The keyword screen shows the keywords from the related images, and since we came from archive to the keywords, it's showing us, and the archive is empty, it's showing us an empty field. But if I go to Entry and then go to Keywords, it will show me all the keywords attached to those images. Finally is Vocabulary. Vocabulary holds all the associated keywords and all the generators in the program. Vocabulary is a slightly different tab in that when you go to Vocabulary, you can only return to the tab that you were previously in. So I do that by clicking on this icon, which tells me to return to Entry Keywords, or I can also do it by clicking up here where the tabs are. So I go back, takes me back to Keyword Entry. That is basically how to navigate around the program, just by going through these tabs. Alright, now we're going to talk about how to navigate through images. And to do that, we have right there is the navigation bar. And in the navigation bar it tells you the number of images and what image you are on. And of course, if you click on this arrow, you go to the next image. And if you click on that one, you go to the last image. And if you click on this one, you go to the previous image. And that one takes you to the first image. And you notice that this red bar around the image shows you that what's the current image that you're in. I can also type in a number to go to, and it'll take me down to that number. But if I type in a number that's not within the range, such as that, tab, it says that's the wrong number to type in. Alright, so we can also go to these different records by going up to the menu item, Go To, which is for navigation. And once again we see Go to Next Image is a very helpful shortcut. And Previous is Command 1, and Go to Next is Command 2. And by doing that, just hitting the Command 2 button, I can go down and go up. And it makes it very easy to navigate from one image to the next. Also, I can go to Previous 11 images or Next 11 images. By doing this, I go down 11 images. As you can see, the images here in the film strip, these little thumbnails, hold 11 images. So this is a good way just to kind of scroll through, or just to go through all the images rather quickly. So I can go to the next 11, and then I can go to the previous 11, and keep going that way. Now, We can also, another way to navigate through the images is by the film strip, and that's just by clicking on the images. You just kind of click on down and it'll take you to where you want to go, and you can use this scroll bar here, move it up to go to a certain image. Another way to go to the images is by scrolling through the images, and that is just hit on this, and it's hit on this, and the program just automatically goes through the program. And in preferences, you can set the speed of it, and it's a good way just to kind of review your images and go to the different ones. Finally, with the images, you want to be able to go see the larger image back, and you do that through Command D, or up here in the menu you can see Large Image View. Okay, that is essentially how you scroll through the images, and it works basically on all the different layouts. And in vocabulary too, you go to the, use the same navigator bar to go to things, and I can type in numbers and go, just tab out of the box, and it takes me to that. Now, we're going to now deal with how to navigate within the record, and that's basically, you start by tabbing. You just hit the tab button, and it takes you to the next record. If I want to go back to the next field, I hit Command E, which I can go up here to and I go to previous field is Command E, next field is the tab. I can go forward 4 fields, or I can go to a specific one, which would be, say, objects and creatures, and it takes me there. A helpful one to use is to next open field, and this is helpful if I have, say, 7 items or 8 items here, and I'm in the first box and I want to just immediately go down to the first open field in the column. Then I can just go hit Command 7, and that'll take it so I don't have to tab through it. Okay, so that is a tutorial on, just for now, on navigating, and then we will begin telling you how to keyword.